Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to the E portion of Tell Joanne. I am your girl, Joanne, and today we have joining us Big Bro JoJo. Welcome
back again.
Miss you. Yes, JoJo is going to be a regular on the show again because we worked it out that even though I'm sick, we're going to figure it out. Okay.
Remember that.
Yes. So you guys already know the deal. You know how we start. On the count of three, we're going to do our cheers, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bing! Woo! Y'all see I'm out of breath. I had to run downstairs. But I'm okay now.
You need that beverage.
Girl is excited.
You need that beverage. Get a little loose, you know?
Yes.
Have to have some fun.
Yes, because you know what we about to see? What trailer we about to see?
We are about to watch Superman. The official trailer dropped today. And kudos to us getting it together, making this happen on the actual day of the efficiency. You got to love it.
I'm hyped. All right, so let's go. So we're going to watch the trailer and then we're going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try not to be like, pause. I'm going to try to watch it. I'm going to try.
You're going to try.
I'm going to try to do it straight. Yeah, I'm going to do it straight. I'm going to try to do it straight. As I burst.
5 seconds into the trailer. Pause. I have thoughts. All right. You ready?
Yes. Let's go.
Here we go.
Ooh, I needed that cold. Ooh, okay. They got a new Superman. Pause. I don't know how I feel about this. I know he wasn't gonna play Superman. But I didn't expect the new Superman to come out right away. So I don't know how I feel about this new Superman, Joey. I don't know how I feel about the trailer. Before he even starts.
We're 38 seconds into it. And trust me, this is a really big, hot topic. We'll get into it later, though. Let's let you experience this.
All right.
You ready?
Y'all, I don't know. Okay, go. I'm ready. The music is good.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay. Who are you whistling to? Is there a dog there? Oh, shit. It begins.
Home. Take me home.
Superman. What? Pause! Joey, pause! You can't expect me to keep on going. What is this called? Is this called Superman?
It's just called Superman.
Why I see all these other people?
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yo, y'all already know I be mad hype and I be talking. There go bro Joe, big bro Joe. He gonna keep me calm for a little while. I'ma try, okay? I'ma try.
Try to.
Alright, whatever. Alright, I'ma try.
Breathe,
I'm sweating again.
Yeah.
Let's
you know
go.
what? Take a quick sip.
Yeah. Shoot.
All right,
What?
ready?
All right,
Let's
let's
finish
go,
this.
let's go.
Finish this strong.
Let's go. Let's go. Wow.
That is your Superman trailer.
Wow. First off the bat, the music, the soundtrack, it's epic.
That
It's different.
callback, yes, it's
It's different.
slightly updated, but it's the at heart the original John Williams theme song from the original Superman movies with Christopher Reeve. So right there, like. So before we get into the minutia of it, overall, what are your thoughts? Talk to me. What are you thinking?
So I'm a die-hard man. First of all, I'm die-hard Christopher Reeve, no matter what. Like I had to get over that he he wasn't playing Superman after his accident. I had to get over that he passed away, and that's that. I don't know how I feel about this dude. I don't even know who this dude is. I don't know who the actor is at all. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that they have an actor that people don't know who they are. But
so I think this is a good time because the first time that you had me pause were you legitimately surprised that it wasn't Henry Cavill again?
I was surprised it wasn't Henry. Yeah, I was very surprised it wasn't Henry because I knew he was going to play Superman again, but I didn't think a new Superman movie was going to come out this soon. You know what I mean? So I thought like, from when I'm in a time warp. From when he said it was official that he wasn't going to play Superman, I know it takes like three years or whatever for a movie to be made. Something that epic.
So the reason that he came out and said that, because if you remember Black Adam when that came out and how that was the last time that we saw Henry Cavill as Superman, he showed up at the tag at the end of the movie and you saw him and everybody got excited because I think it's pretty unanimous that people loved Henry Cavill as Superman. And honestly, I agree. Man of Steel was a fantastic film. He was a great Superman. He's also just catnip for nerds, like honestly, because he is a huge nerd himself. He's one of us. So seeing him being able to actually be Superman, and then also while he's doing that, he's also Geralt the Witcher. So he does all this stuff that just gives tons of street cred on top of the fact that our boy makes his own computers from scratch, plays video games. Like he's a huge nerd. So there was a lot of support for him. So when James Gunn took over, which by the way, James Gunn, you might not be as
I know you love James. I know you love that. I know you love him.
So he is in a really unique role where he's jumping in on DC and doing it from essentially scratch.
Sorry, I just need to know who fired Henry. Like, why is he not Superman anymore? That's really what I want to know. Like, why is he not Superman? He did a great job being Superman. He was very handsome, just like Christopher Reeve was. He's a very handsome Superman. You saw all the emotion. You saw everything. His body was right. Like, why is he not Superman? Who fired him? Is what I want to know.
It was a decision for James Gunn. He's the one who ultimately made the decision because he had a different point of view and a different way that he wanted to approach this DC universe. So he wanted to start from scratch with somebody, and he chose David Cornsweet to be the person who's going to be his Clark Kent, his Superman.
Who is this guy? Like, what has he been in? I don't recognize his face at all.
So most recently, I've seen him in Twisters, the Twister sequel. He was in that as one of the scientists that were in there. I don't want to go too much into that for spoilers. I will say just off of that alone, it was actually quite entertaining watching Twisters. I loved the original Twister, so I was a little skeptical about it, but it was well done. I enjoyed it. He was a part of that. So beyond that, I don't really know too much about what he has going on for his IMDb record, but obviously he was able to come in and get James Gunn's attention to get this part, because this, if you think about it, is the first official movie of James Gunn's DC universe. I know that there's, the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and Creature Commandos are all things that are a part of this universe. So there's some stuff that's already been done that's established, but this is like the first one where you're getting an idea of the world that he's trying to establish.
So he didn't do the first Suicide Squad. He just did the second Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
And so far, like, I mean, I love the Guardian of the Galaxy. I love it, and I love it for what it is. But however, the Suicide Squad, the second one, I gotta say, I didn't like it very much. I was like, like, I like the first one much better than I like the second one. Like, I felt like the second one's all over the place. I don't know. Like, right now, he's on a naughty list for me. Because he did not get rid of Henry. So I don't know.
You know what? And Joanne, honestly, you're not the only person who felt that way. I guarantee you the majority of the people who would watch this video are going to have similar feelings. Not everybody has blind faith in James Gunn like I do. I even had blind faith in James Gunn when the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was coming out. Everyone was really skeptical on it. Like, is this actually going to work? Is this going to be something that's good? And I went into that movie, watched it, and left almost marching, like, with the biggest "I told you so," like, chip on my shoulder. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that I'll have a similar outlook on Superman after this is watched, but your sentiment where you're not sure, there's a lot of people who feel that way. It's not just you.
So comment below if you guys feel what I'm feeling, or if you are on Joey's in terms of believing in James Gunn that he's gonna make it happen. But just outside of that, like, I don't know. Like I said, the music got me. I was excited about the music. When I saw the dog, that was exciting. And I see some other characters. That's exciting. We're going to talk about it. But Superman himself, seeing him, that's not exciting for me. And I'm kind of sad. I'm really sad to tell you the truth about that.
So this is an interesting thought, because this is a debate that you get into with a lot of people, because Superman, if you really think about it, is like the A-list superhero. When you think of superhero, it's usually Superman, bright and bold, big S on his chest, puffing the chest out, being all big and heroic. And that, especially for some of the older generation, that was the marquee superhero. And then for our generation, the marquee superhero really became Batman. So it was really, and that's the one thing with DC,
because we can relate, right? We're like, oh my god, we finally find someone that could beat the super alien, right? Batman is just a regular man, like Stony, like someone like Starks, right? Who has technology, who has good looks, who has millions. Like what they said, if they take off the outfit, he still has everything going on, and we could relate to him more than we could relate to Superman, right? So that was that. But we still always love Superman, though, because.
And it's tied to the idea of, like, the American way, like justice and being proud and really standing for good, being that Boy Scout. Because to me, I always looked at it like, if you're comparing DC and Marvel, you have like the top tier DC heroes, Superman, Batman, and then on the Marvel side, it's like Iron Man and Captain America. Superman, Captain America, they're both kind of like that Boy Scout. And there's a lot of people that will be like, that's who I want to be, because they are good at heart and just really, really good people. But the world lives in shades of gray. So you want to see a character that you'll fall in love with that has flaws to them, that has some darkness. So that's why I feel that, like, our generation will gravitate more towards a Batman. But it doesn't take away, because the one thing that ends up happening from this is the dynamic that you get between a Batman and a Superman. Because if you think about it, like in the Avenger movies, one of the real emotional foundations of that movie is the relationship between Stark and Rogers. Seeing Iron Man and Captain America, how they interact, how they bump heads, but they also bring the best out of each other. And it's a similar kind of idea between what Superman and what Batman does. And believe me when I tell you this, the stories for Superman a lot of time feel like just super easy to kind of look at and just kind of dismiss, because it's like
I don't feel
essentially
that
a
way.
mortal being who only weakness is a mineral from his planet Kryptonite. And you know, there's more at stake for someone like Batman because he's just a man.
Okay. All right, so I want to say a couple of things. So going back, talk about Superman being Boy Scout and people like him. I personally, I mean, I like Superman. He's a Boy Scout and this and that, but I think I fell in love with Superman when I saw his bad side. So I don't know if you remember back the original Superman when with Christopher Reeves, when he thought something happened to Lois and he turned, and for me I was like, oh, okay, he's not a Boy Scout. Like, I think I saw the humanity in him then. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I could imagine like how much he had to struggle to be less than almost, right? To be that Boy Scout, to not be who he really is because of all that power that he had, right? And then finally something happens to someone that he loved, and then you just saw, for me, the humanity, because he pretty much was like, that's when you saw that he would turn dark. And I do like years later that in the Superman that, you know, younger generation know, that they do know the dark side of Superman, whereas when we first started with the first few movies, it was just that, you know, that savior.
and I think one of the things that you were mentioning originally was the feel of the trailer with the music. And I think that when it comes to Superman, that John Williams theme song is so iconic. And the fact that they had that in here, especially from the get-go, not like your usual orchestra fare, a little bit of electric guitar, which I always will love, but it gives you that little bit of nostalgia before they start going in to some of the new concepts here. And I think that's the important thing that we need to look at here, because while this is a Superman movie, and you even said it in the middle of watching this, there's a lot of other people who are in play.
And that's why I was looking at the name to be like, it wasn't called like the Justice League or something. Like, why is it just called Superman? Because I see a lot of the members of the Justice League there. And so it's interesting that it's just called Superman.
Yeah, and I think that's like probably the interesting thing, because all right, so there's a few things that I've seen on the internet that James Gunn has kind of let out. So one of them, this is not an origin film for Superman. This is Superman who's been established for a little while. So you're getting into the thick of it, where he has superhero friends. So you're seeing him interact with these other superheroes. And then the other thing that is happening too is that in this movie, Superman and Lex Luthor both know of each other, but they haven't actually interacted with each other yet. So we'll get to see that for the first time inside of this movie. So.
And another thing, sorry, that I noticed, it's funny because if I was like, I guess it's good that you're controlling, because you could put the whole thing. If I was controlling, I would stop numerous times, because it also looks like there's a lot of different bad guys. It wasn't just Lex Luthor. Like, this movie, I guess it has, which is, again, the fact that it's called just Superman is interesting to me. And I don't know. It said it's coming out in July, but did it say what year?
It's coming out July 11th of 2025. So we are a little over 7 months away from that coming out.
Wow. So I saw there was a couple of different bad guys in there. Did you, I mean, you seen it, and I guess you're reading up on the internet as well. Did you notice that when you first saw that?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the one that you couldn't miss was that gigantic kaiju that he's fighting in the middle of the freaking city, which that's an interesting nod to some of like the original Superman comic books, where he's, you know, not really fighting people but these huge monsters, just because he's such an over the top type of superhero. So having that in there is very interesting. But then obviously the big one is Lex Luthor. Like, that's always been his marquee, like, super villain. So seeing Lex there, obviously front and center a few times. You saw the Luthor Corp sign in there.
I like that when they first showed you Lex. For a quick second, I thought of God, don't mess up the name, Joanne. The Hitman, like the original Hitman with the bald head, and I was like, just the look with the suit. I was like, oh, nice.
He does have that look.
Nice.
Yeah, the suit and the
Nice.
bald head gives you a Hitman vibe for sure. But fun fact for you, the gentleman who's playing Lex Luthor, actor by the name of Nicholas Holt, who played Beast in the X-Men First Class movies. So interesting to see, because there's a few people who have traded from Marvel to come into DC, and some of that might be because of James Gunn coming over. He has a lot of, he's very popular amongst his actors. So
Interesting, interesting. Hold
we'll
on a
probably
second.
see a bunch.
One
Yes.
quick note. So, guys, you'll notice that Joey is really great at knowing everybody's real name. So he's someone that you want to be your friend because he'll know your name. Whereas me, not only will I not know the real actor's name, I call them by their stage name, and sometimes I even mess it up. So I do apologize, and I appreciate you guys for not bashing me on that and not, like just making fun of me, and that's cool. Do that. But yeah, Joey will come up with the name. So he gonna give you facts. I just have to say that because you're just giving out all those names. So I knew that was the guy from Beast, and I got excited about it, but I couldn't remember his real name at all. And for whatever reason, X-Men Beast wasn't coming out. I knew his face, and it just wasn't coming to me fast enough. So thanks for putting that out, and let me know if you guys saw that right away or if it didn't come to you like me.
But yeah, so beyond obviously Lex a big part of this, and the way that they're making this look, obviously that kaiju's in the way. There's a few other really big monsters out there too, but Lex being there, you have to make the assumption that Lex is going to be the main villain of this movie. I think that's almost fair to say, but there's parts of me, because Lex has been done so much, that I want him to be like there in the background doing some stuff, and then you see like Superman and Lex like kind of cross paths for the first time, but it's not like, oh, I have bigger things to worry about. And I really want to see, because the last time I saw, and you have to pardon me on this because I'm missing a gap in my Superman watching, because I was really big. I don't know if you remember the show back in the day, Smallville. Yeah, that shout out to my best friend Carlos, got me onto that, and we watched Smallville religiously. And one of the villains I loved a lot in Smallville was Brainiac. So I would love that Brainiac gets a front and center view here, and it'd be so smart if that was the case, that he's not showing it all in this. Let you have that assumption in your mind going into this movie that, oh, it's something up with Lex. And then really something else is going on there. So I would love for that to happen, because Brainiac is an interesting, different kind of villain, because, with Lex, it's always fun. He's a smart guy, charismatic, and, always finds himself to be a threat somehow, some way. But I want it to build a little bit, like build Lex Luthor up to be that type of a threat that you can go toe to toe with Superman. Let's start somewhere else. I think Brainiac is a good place, because that's a smart creature with strength, super strength, and intelligence to really set up some stuff like some kaijus or huge robots to come into play here to wreak all types of havoc all over Metropolis.
Well, you trust James Gunn and you're excited about it. I personally, I'm not excited that much, because I'll tell you why I'm not excited. The last Justice League movie had me open, right? The last little scene that they showed you about, Superman going bad, and then you saw Joker in there, and then you saw Batman. Like, I was invested. I was excited. I was open. I was ready for it. And so I feel like this is the switcheroo for me, and it's gonna take me a little second for my mind to settle. And I already knew, so my mind, so I'm not crying boohoo right now, because I had already known that they said that that Henry wasn't gonna be Superman, but denial is not just a river in Egypt, right? So I knew that, and I knew that they said that they would stop how they were doing the original, like there was gonna be a whole revamp. I knew that, but did it did I really process it? Did I really know it? No, not until like I see this. So I felt like, yes, I got excited again because of the music. I got excited to see the dog. I got excited to see some of the people from the Justice League. However, it's not where I was really looking forward to it going to where I thought it was going. I was really looking forward to it going to Dark Superman. I was really looking forward to seeing like the world destroyed, kind of like the whole Mad Max situation. Like I was really invested in it. So this whole new story, it's I'm gonna watch it because it's Superman, no matter what. People are gonna watch it. But I have a feeling that he has his work cut out for him because now people are coming in, like Joanne be coming in with expectations, right? And some people might be coming in with expectation from the fail, if not, you know what I mean? And so it's like it has to even be better than better because of that. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. Let me know what you guys. I kept on saying, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let me know what you guys think. And definitely comment below. And yeah, yeah. Like the trailer was good. The trailer was good in itself. Like if I imagine, which I did picture Henry in that role, the trailer was fine. The music was epic. I just kept on talking about the music. I see the big thing, but it didn't really show you much. It just showed you like I felt like it was just like name dropping or face dropping, you know?
It's a teaser trailer. It's not going to be the first official one. This is just a teaser trailer. Okay, so this is like always with the first one. It just gives you a little glimpse, lets you get a feeling, a little flavor for what's going to be coming. So it's not giving out full plot stuff, and this is obviously also something that I've had a lot of conversations with a few of my friends about. That at a certain point, you have to stop watching the trailers because they just give out so much information. And
but they don't though. They don't. They the thing with trailers that I feel like they give you something and then it's so early on that just so many times, especially with Marvel, that they give you those and you sit there and you break it down and this and that, and it's really nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like right now within the movie industry, they know enough to give you something to get the teased and to not really give you the whole story. Like I felt like, first of all, people who make trailers, they need to be getting paid big bucks. They really do, because trailers be lying. They be lying like crazy. And I felt like it's still the same thing. Like I don't think they give you that much, but difference of opinion. You feel like they do. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that the trailers give too much?
Yeah, it's these teaser ones don't really. It's always a nice little start just to let you get that little palette just to understand what's going to be happening. But definitely, especially when you get to like about a week or two before the movie comes out and they start just throwing stuff out there to be like, we're not getting enough of your attention, go see this movie. And then they start throwing out some stuff and you might get some spoilers involved. Like hell, even Deadpool and Wolverine with X-23, Laura's character being in there, she showed up in the trailers like before the movie came out because they wanted to have her at the premiere and not have any questions about it. So, they start giving stuff away like that. So, some trailers, yes, they're well done. And even some films go out of their way to film footage specifically for trailers and then have it, be loosely tied to what's happening, but not anything that's a central part of the movie, just enough to help get you excited and not give away things. Because, some people that you might deal with are very attuned to basic like storytelling tropes and can figure out what's happening in the movie right away. And if you give them trailers ahead of time, it's almost a waste of time for them to go to the theater because they've worked out everything in their head. They're not there for the popcorn story and visuals of it. They're there because they want to see the story and they're like, I already know the story. Why am I here?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're excited about it. You like the trailer. You love the director. You think the good things are going to happen. I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad about it. I love the music. I love the people that I'm seeing. It just needs to sink in for me, I guess. When I see it again, it'll sink in because, like, I didn't even know that there was a Superman trailer or anything coming out until you told me like a few days ago. Like, you're like, make sure. So I really didn't know. So if I knew it, maybe then it would have maybe started to settle in, but like,
Yeah, and you see, it's really funny because the way the nostalgia that you're holding on to the Snyderverse, Justice League, and everything, I look at with a little bit of like a bad taste in my mouth because
for sure, for sure. So on that note, thank you guys for staying with us this long. If you did, definitely watch the next episode. We have things every day this week, you guys. A new video will be dropping out every single day with Joey and I. This video will be skipping to the beginning, so this one is going to be aired out today. All right. Today as in tomorrow. You know, whenever. Boom, 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 boom.
Friday, December 20th, 5 days before Christmas, it's going down.
Yeah. Bye.